when we talk about peer pressure, many times we think about teenagers who are pressuring each other to perhaps make some bad choices, but adults can also deal with peer pressure, especially when it comes to drinking.
Not just the kids. And summer is a prime time for gatherings that feature alcoholic beverages. Dr. Frank McGeorge is here now with a closer look at the problem and some ways to deal with it.
Yeah, Ty and Karen, one study finds 30% of adults feel pressure to drink while socializing, most often by friends or their partner. 28%, they've made up excuses to avoid drinking, and 43% have actually canceled plans to avoid the pressure. But there is growing support for people interested in staying sober.
From fruity drinks on the patio to beers at the barbecue and wedding season too, summer can sometimes feel like happy hour on repeat.
It tends to be a fairly expected part of many group gatherings, many celebrations. If your sports team has won, if your sports team has lost, all sorts of different get-togethers. And it can make up a majority of what that get-together often includes for people.
Dr. Hannah Snyder is an addiction psychiatrist at the Cleveland Clinic. She says a little advanced preparation can help you navigate peer pressure to drink. First, consider bringing your own non-alcoholic beverage to the party. Whether it's a mocktail or water, having a drink in hand is a way to feel included and stop anyone from offering to grab you a drink. Another option, invite along a friend who also isn't drinking. Depending on your comfort level, Dr. Snyder says you can also simply tell people you don't want any alcohol beforehand, and don't feel pressured to explain why unless you want to.
There's so many reasons that people choose not to drink, and that list continues to lengthen. People are more accepting in general now than they have been in the past. It has been more of a social movement for people to go alcohol-free.
That social movement has led to the growing popularity of mocktails and non-alcoholic beers. There's been an explosion of options and a dramatic improvement in taste, giving non-drinkers many options to sip something special and alcohol-free.
Now, experts say if there are not people in your circle of friends who don't drink, it can also be helpful to follow sober influencers on social media or accounts that share ideas for mocktails to maybe get some of that support virtually.
When I'm trending or scrolling and stuff, you do see the mocktails. Like, they are trending more. Is there a reason? Or?
Well, it's been something that's actually been going on for quite some time now, especially with regard to after COVID. I mean, so post-COVID, of course, people found that they were drinking heavily and then wanted to cut back.
Yeah.
And so, trends like sober October and dry January have also become a thing. And so it's become more popular to drink less.
Right.
And so that's where we've seen the increase in mocktail use. Overall, I would say people are trying to reduce their alcohol in general.
There's entire bars that are non-alcoholic bars where all you can get is a mocktail.
And I think that's a very fair thing now because there is definitely a change in public perception.
And it's cool to brag about it, too, which I love to see some of those influencers. Like, hey, this is what I'm doing. And I love that healthy side of it.
Yep.
Cool, Doc.
Thanks, Doc.